for this Prayagraj and Ayodhya and Kashi with her family and relatives. So luckily, I got the ticket in same train, and there only I made the plan. Okay, I'll go along with their team, and we had a wonderful experience altogether. So nothing was booked, no room, nothing, no return ticket booked, nothing was planned. I just booked the ticket for going to there through Tatkal, and then everything happened with the grace of God. And everywhere we got a very, you know, बहुत अच्छे से दर्शन हुए. So it was really miraculous. So once again, thank you so much, Palak and the Bibliophile family, for allowing me to share one of the wonderful book on yoga by a wonderful world famous yoga teacher, Sri B.K.S. Iyengar ji. When I choose this book, I was like just thinking that okay, I'll learn some new technique because B.K.S. Iyengar they teach yoga or any form of yogic practices in a different way. So my intention to choose this book was to learn some new skills. But when I handed this book, I came to know. I mean, though I already knew few things, but it really changed my perspective. And if you are into your yoga journey or you want to learn something about pranayama or breath work, then this book is must go. So let's start today's practice. I request everyone to please turn on your camera if possible, if comfortable, and if not, it's fine. So we'll start with the prayer. Everyone, please join your palms in Namaskar Mudra, keeping your spine straight and head straight, and very gently close your eyes. Let your breathing be relaxed. Inhale, slowly exhale, and now with the next breath, let's start the chanting. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena योपाकरोत्तं च प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरान्तोऽस्मि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Gently open your beautiful eyes with your so beautiful smile. Once again, I welcome you all. Hello, Riti ji, Akshay ji, Sanjay ji. Uh, मैं फोन से यूज कर रहा हूँ. Hi, Kirti. Hello, Richa. Hi, Sanjay ji. Okay, so we are so blessed, right? We have so many blessings in our life, and when we count our blessings, it's infinite from day till night. But when we wake up early in the morning, especially this the bibliophile family or the people who are connected to the Sattvic or people who are connected to yoga, they understand the importance of Brahma Muhurat. And whenever we wake up early in the morning, the first thing I always feel that I'm grateful that I'm breathing. Because if I'm breathing means I'm alive. I still have a chance to change my life. I still have a chance to make things better. So there is a shlok in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It says that Yavad Vayu Sthito Dehe, Yavad Vayu Sthito Dehe, Tavat Jivan Muchyate, Maranam Tasya Nishkranti, Tado Vayum Nirodhe. Means as far as the breathing is going on, we are alive. But once it will stop, हम कुछ भी प्लान कर रहे हैं, everything will be stopped. So बड़े भाग मानुष तन पाया. So we should understand the importance of this human body, why we got this body. There must be some relevance. Though dogs are breathing, birds are breathing, even trees are breathing, right? But we as a human being, this is a golden opportunity and we should understand the importance of this gata means this body, that how we can utilize this life, because this life is not only meant to do your studies, have marriage, have kids, do your other sort of things to enhance, but to understand that this human life has a relevance and there's a purpose, and we should live that purpose with so much grace. So in this book, Swami B.K.S. Iyengar ji has defined pranayam in such a way that from a beginner to an advanced practitioner, everyone can practice pranayam. Now, when it comes to the term pranayam, I'll divide this term pranayam with prana plus ayama. Now, what is prana? Some people says prana means the breath. Simple, right? But if prana is breath, then you remember during COVID time, when people were struggling for this breathing, even after getting the oxygen mask, why they are not alive? Because they are getting that breath, right? They are getting that vayu. If breathing is pranayam, then everyone can have oxygen cylinder and they can live life the way they want. But prana is different and breathing is different. Now, breathing is just a tool for the pranayam, but breathing is not itself the pranayam. Before that, we should understand the major term yoga. Because so many people think okay, yoga is different, breathing is different, meditation is different. So this is a simple question I would like to, have people engage in this book review session, because this is not I'm reading, I'm just taking the book is language. मेरी book is side पे पड़ी है. I'm not just opening it, right? अभी I have read it, whatever comes in my mind, I'll just be. I did not prepare any PPT, and I always go spontaneously, whatever comes in my mind. So I will always go with that flow. Maybe I miss some things, but I'll try to cover as many as things I can. I have 1 hour, right? 1 hour 45 minutes to hoga. Okay. Thank you so much. So Riti ji, I can only see you along with the Palak. So would like to ask you what you think, what is yoga according to you? I mean, yeah, please.
I think where explanation is concerned, I am very bad at it, especially when these are concerned because I'm here to learn, and I feel uh, this BKS Iyengar's yoga. I was introduced to this maybe in 2003. 2000, yeah, 2000 and not 2000, yeah, 2003, because this was when my daughter was put into a kindergarten. They had yoga as a subject which was being taught by the
Wonderful.
by the vice principal. They had a special room and it was BK's Iyengar yoga, and the book she was given, that I have it even now with me. She was given that 30 odd years ago, and that is still there with me, and that's how I got into this yoga, what it is and everything. So I feel it is, what I feel is yoga must be a union of body and mind. It's to make you one. This is what I feel. I mean, you, like you said, prana, it must be life force. It is not breath. It's something inside you that keeps, it's some energy, something inside which can never die, but which can exist within and without. This is my concept. I mean, I'm always willing to learn so much more. I'm very bad at explanation, but
No,
that's why
no,
I'm
no, no.
here to hear you speak.
No one is bad, first of all. Thank you so much, Riti for the explanation. And I'm so happy that your daughter got a chance to have yoga as a subject in her school. When I was in my school, yoga was not even a subject. I mean, yoga I can see only in the park, and that two people who are 60 plus, they were doing yoga. So for me, that time yoga was like, okay, when I'll get old, I don't have that energy, then I'll go to yoga and I'll do some breathing exercise sitting comfortably. But when yoga came into my life, it totally changed my perspective towards this beautiful art. And I always says that I did not choose yoga, yoga chose me, and it came in my life as a blessing. And when you learn something, definitely at some point of time, your knowledge has also become an obstacle. Then you understand, okay, now I gain this knowledge, I know little about this thing, but again, this knowledge is becoming an obstacle in my life. So I want to go beyond that. So that time, so many things like surrender to God, the Ishwar Pranidhan comes in the picture, and he is the supreme one. He is beyond of everything. Knowledge is just very small particle for him. So ईश्वर को जानना है तो knowledge से परे ही जाना पड़ता है, right? So let's come back to this, that what yoga actually is. So there are different yoga scriptures, right? Even in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna had taught Arjuna what actually yoga is. In second chapter, he said, "Yogastha kuru karmani sangai tyaktva dhananjaya siddhai siddhayo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate." That equilibrium of the mind is called yoga. Whereas in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is also an authentic text of yoga, it says yoga chitta vritti nirodha. To stop and control the fluctuation of the mind is called yoga. So nowhere it's saying that yoga is pranayam, yoga is meditation, asana is yoga. But if I'll ask so many people about what yoga is, they'll say, okay, this is a connection. Breathing is yoga. Doing asana is yoga. Surya Namaskar is yoga. So people comes with different perspective, and all are right, but they all are the little part of the yoga. The bigger picture is something different. So we need to understand this thing. And when you said yoga is a union of your body and the mind, so अगर मुझे एक नदी के दूसरे किनारे पर जाना है, I need a bridge, right? So this body reaches to the mind through a bridge, and that bridge is called breathing. That bridge is that prana, right? Because of this prana, we are going inward, and it's always say yoga is a journey towards inward. So this breathing is a beautiful tool, a beautiful practice through which we go inward, right? Because even if we just close our eyes, sometimes we feel sleepy, sometimes because mind is like a monkey mind, so many different thoughts comes in the mind and comes and distracts you. So how you can able to go in the path towards inside, there needs a way, and there we need a bridge, right? And here comes the picture of pranayama. Even in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Lord Sage Patanjali said the philosophy of Ashtanga Yoga. We all know, right? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So जो प्राणायाम का प्लेस है वो आसन से भी ऊपर है. Are you getting my point? Yama, Niyama. They teaches us how we should, behave universally, how we should be behave to our own self. And when it comes to asana again, Sage Patanjali did not say Shirshasana, Dhanurasana, or Rikshasana. He simply said in one line, Sthiram Sukham Asana, where you are sthir. Sthir means your body should be stable and mind should be still. And you should be in a comfort zone. I mean, the posture should be in comfortable. It should not like you're holding the asana, but you're not comfortable. And comfortable doesn't only mean the physical comfort, but inside also you should feel comfort. Like I'm sitting in a simple cross-like position, Sukhasana. If my body is looking stable from outside, may not possible. Like from inside, I'm also stable, right? Maybe from inside, so many thoughts, so many emotions are going on. And that also not the definition of asana, because when it comes to asana, sthiram sukham asana means not just physically, but internally as well, you should be stable and comfortable. Now, the next part is the pranayam, which comes after the asana. So he says, Tasmin sati shwas prashwase yogar gati vicheda pranayama. Means after achieving the stability of your posture, one can practice pranayama. Generally what happens, people directly practice pranayam, so many people, because they feel that my body is not capable of doing such asanas. And when it comes to asana, they always think, okay, asana means I need to put so much effort, I'm not flexible enough to perform such asana, so I'll directly practice pranayam, right? But Sage Patanjali says, and B.K.S. Iyengar also promote Patanjali Yoga Sutra, because this is an authentic text of yoga. So he says, after achieving the stability of your posture, your physical posture, one should practice pranayam. Otherwise, kya hoga? You are sitting, you are breathing exercise, but still your body is not stable. Means it's moving. Means you are not able to focus, right? If you want that stability at your physical level, definitely you need to practice asana. And when it comes to asana, it doesn't mean the hard asana or the advanced asana. It's simply, if you even practice a simple asana, with abhyas. And abhyas, sa tu dirghakalin satkar sirvitu dridbhumishcha. The more you practice, the more you become stable in your posture, right? And even a simple asana can help you to achieve your pranayam practice. Now, there are so many different asanas are given, but there are few wonderful asana one should practice for the pranayam. So B.K.S. Iyengar defined as Siddhasana, Swastikasana, Virasana, and Padmasana. So these are some of the asana we can sit and practice pranayam. But we should understand that we should not practice pranayam directly. Before that, we need to practice asana to achieve that stability of the body and stillness of the mind. अगर बॉडी स्टेबल नहीं है तो मन भी स्टेबल नहीं है एंड इट ऑलवेज सेज चले वातम चले चित्तम निश्चले निश्चलम भवेत द वे द विंड फ्लोज हमारा मन भी भागता रहता है व्हेन वी बिकम स्टेबल तो मन भी स्टेबल हो जाता है वेरी सिंपल सो इफ यू सी योर सेल्फ व्हेन यू आर रेस्टलेस यू कीप मूविंग यू कांट सिट स्टेबल बिकॉज आपका मन स्टेबल नहीं. And if you want that stability of the mind, you have to be stable physically first. When you sit, that's why people say, okay, sit down, comfortable, be comfortable, right? Why? Because they know that the mind is restless now. The breathing is uneven. So to become more calmer, one should sit stable first, stiram sukham asanam, then focus on the breath and relax your breath. So here in this work, B.K. Iyengar had divided these book into two different parts. In first part, he's saying the meaning of pranayam, the art of pranayam, the techniques of the pranayam, and in second part, he's saying about the meditation and the shavasana. But today, I'll try to cover majorly on the pranayam part. So he says that there are different practices of yoga, right? Where one can practice shatkarma, one can practice asanas, one can practice pranayam along with the bandhas, mudras. So when I was reading the book, when I was reading this book, and when Palak said, "Okay, sir, karenge aap review," so I was thinking, yeah, if I'll explain this book in bookish language, it will like whole day will waste. I mean, I need to explain each and everything, which I don't want. So let's be it in my own way because I have read the book and I'm explaining in my own way. But definitely, the major part of the book is showing how perfectly, if you perform the pranayam, one can cure any disease. You can heal yourself even through only your breathing, especially your psychosomatic diseases, your mental diseases, stress management you can do through this pranayam. Even when Arjuna was in stress, he was in deep stress. He was at the center of the Kurukshetra and he got stressed. Yeah, how I can fight with my own people, how I can kill my brother, how I can kill my gurus just for the sake of the Rajya I don't want. He becomes stressed, उसने अपना धनुष छोड़ा और वो रथ पर बैठ गया. This is first chapter all about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So he was in deep stress. And in our life also, we have seen that not life is always stagnant means we are not always happy, we are not always sad. The life is the name of up and down, right? तो ये जीवन क्या है पलक? ये जीवन क्या है? एक शेर अर्ज करता हूँ. आपने खुद ही बनाया था मैंने ये जीवन क्या है? कि जीवन में मुसीबतें और खुशियां तो आनी जानी हैं. जीवन में मुसीबतें और खुशियां तो आनी जानी हैं. तो ये जीवन क्या है? हमारी पहली सांस लेने से लेकर आखिरी सांस लेने तक के बीच की कहानी है. So we don't know when the last breath will come. Maybe after this session, maybe after 100 years. So कबीर दास जी कहते हैं कि श्वास श्वास में नाम ले वृथा श्वास ना खोए ना जाने इस सांस का आवन होए ना होए. So we should be grateful every single time that we are breathing. This breathing is very important, but many of the time we take it granted. What we think that breathing is just a volunteer thing. Even we are talking, we are eating, we are taking bath, we are sleeping, the breathing is going on. But B.K. Iyengar has defined in a wonderful way that even a beginner to an advanced practitioner can take breathing as a tool of his practice to achieve that spiritual knowledge, to go beyond this physical matter. So जब हम ब्रीदिंग की बात करते हैं और प्राणायाम की स्पेशली बात करते हैं, तो आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्राणा प्लस आयामा. Prana means the life force, and breathing is a tool for that life force, right? And ayama means to extend, to expand, to enhance. So, how you can enhance your lifespan through the breathing as a tool and practice pranayama. Let's do it practical because yoga is, says it's 99% practical and 1% of theory. But that theory becomes obvious when we go deeper into our practice. Because knowledge and action both are required. If we go in a field without any knowledge, it's harmless because you don't know what you are going to teach. But if you have practice but don't have any knowledge, it's again worthless. So knowledge and your practice, your action go hand in hand together. It says in this book also. So before we going to the practice, let's understand what we are going to practice. So in pranayam, there are three charan, puraka and rechaka, right? इसका एग्जांपल से समझते हैं, महाकुंभ से समझते हैं इसको. क्योंकि कल ही मेरी एक स्टूडेंट ने मुझे वीडियो शेयर किया and about this thing only, and I found it really interesting. So what is kumbha? Purak, kumbhak and rechak. So we went for the kumbh. So जब हम नदी में डिप करते हैं, so first we inhale, then we hold the breath and go inside and dip, and then we come out and exhale. Is it right? So what is kumbhak? Kumbhak is a kumbh. That kumbhak means retention of the breath. So Purak means inhalation, सांस लेना. Kumbhak means retention of the breath, सांस को hold करना. And Rechak means exhalation, सांस को छोड़ना. And in Kumbhak also there are two types of Kumbhaka. Internal Kumbhaka, Antarik Kumbhaka, and Bhaya Kumbhaka, external Kumbhaka. What is internal Kumbhaka? When we inhale and retain the breath inside our body. That's called the internal Kumbhaka. And when we completely exhale out and hold the breath outside, means breathing is suspended. We are not inhale and exhale, the breathing is suspended. The breath is out of the body. That's called the Bhaya Kumbhaka, right? But when we are in the path of yoga, even when we are teaching yoga or we are practicing by ourselves yoga, when we are practicing pranayam specifically, one should practice just inhale and exhale first because it should go step by step, right? Again, I was saying like anyone can practice yoga, but when we go through a specific channel, I mean, through a guidance, because Guru and Shishya Parampara is always given in all the scriptures, Vedas, right? In Upanishad also. So we should practice yoga, and pranayam is a part of yoga. Yoga is not different, and pranayam is not different. Some people say, सर मैं योगा भी करती हूँ, मैं प्राणायाम भी करती हूँ, मैं मेडिटेशन भी करती हूँ. मैंने कहा सब योगी तो है यार. So one should practice yoga under the guidance of a guru, because when you channelize your energy, when you start regulating your breath, your energy definitely rises up. And a guru can tell you where you need to stop and how you should channelize your energy that time. So when you're a beginner, one should practice just inhale and exhale with this normal speed. Means because we all have different lungs capacity. We are living in different places. Those who are living in mountain areas where the fresh air they are getting, definitely their lungs capacity must be different. We are living in the most polluted city of the world, Delhi, the capital of India, proudly. But here, people lungs capacity is different, right? An athlete who are into his practice, his capacity is different. A simple office going people, his capacity is different. So we should understand this thing. During COVID time, this thing I was noticing and I felt very bad when doctors are saying, okay, inhale for 10 counts, hold for 10 count, exhale for 10 counts. अरे उसकी कैपेसिटी 5 काउंट की उसको क्यों 10 काउंट करा रहे हो? उसका नर्वस सिस्टम डैमेज हो जाएगा उस चीज से. So that's why we should understand our own capacity and practice accordingly, right? So I feel that as we all or mostly all of us are into the practice of yoga, and we can easily take 5 seconds of inhalation and 5 seconds of holding the breath and 5 seconds of exhalation. This is called samavritti pranayam, means the equal frequency of your inhalation, retention of the breath, and exhalation. So we are going to practice the samavritti pranayam where I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So during that 5 count, you need to inhale. Then next 5 count, you need to hold the breath inside, that is Antarik Kumbhaka. And for the next five count, you need to slowly exhale, right? Everyone just close your eyes. I hope everyone is with me on the same page. Yeah, thank you so much. Because I can see only two beautiful faces. Yeah, संजय जी thumbs up करो, phone भी camera on करो यार. Yeah? चलिए. So sit comfortably. And when I was reading this book, The Light on Pranayama, it's not just about pranayama. It's about a journey from physical to very subtle level of this life. First, observe your physical body. This is not just a yoga book review. This is not like a yoga class, but practically experience how just a simple practice of breathing can bring miraculous changes in the life. Slowly bring all your attention on your facial muscles and let your forehead muscles be relaxed. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw, release all the tension. Prepare yourself for the pranayama. First, at physically. Find that stillness in your posture. If you're not feeling comfortable sitting on the ground, you can sit on a chair or a sofa. Your head should be straight. Chin should not tilt up or down. Your torso should not be dull. Spine erected and straight in one line with your head. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And here, observe, is your body stable or is it still moving? Now, slowly bring all your attention on the breath. So, if you feel that your body is not stable, that means the mind is wandering. अपने ध्यान को अपनी breathing पर लेकर आओ. And just observe your natural breath, the natural flow of your breath. So, first we need to exhale and then we'll start with the fresh inhalation. So, completely exhale out and now take a fresh inhale and exhale out. We'll do just 5 rounds of 5 each. Again, start inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain your breath inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purak. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kumbhak. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recheck, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next. Take a relaxing breath in and gently open your eyes. We did it just for 5 count, 5 times. I just want to know about the experience, Palak. So, did you find any struggling while you were adjusting your body posture? Because I observe you were just not stable when you were adjusting your posture. Your body was still little moving, right? Yeah, I do understand. So, this is just a small practice. Climax नहीं है picture का. This is it's a trailer और picture अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. And this picture is already released thousands of years ago and super hit picture. And there is no substitute of breathing. Physical body to maintain करने के लिए we have so many substitutes. Even if you don't do yoga, we can still practice Zumba, aerobics, dance, cycling, even the simple walking, gymming. There are different options are there to be physically fit, right? But to have that internal fitness, for that internal health, there is no substitute apart from the breathing. That's why during COVID also people says, do yoga, घर में रहो, yoga करो. अब they understood that thing. बिकॉज इम्यूनिटी सिर्फ काढ़ा पीने से नहीं बढ़ती है, इम्यूनिटी ब्रीदिंग करने से, प्राणायाम करने से आपका इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम स्ट्रांग बनता है. एंड प्राणायाम करने से भी तरीके से प्राणायाम करने से आपका इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम स्ट्रांग बनता है. But before we proceed for the pranayam practice, one should understand the stability of the posture. And again, between the asana and pranayam, even before the asana, there is a term called Shat Kriya, the cleansing exercise of yoga. Dhoti Vasti Niti, Noli Tratak, and Kapalabhati. Hello, Namika. So, to clean that passage, one should practice Shat Kriya so that the flow of breath come into your lungs very freely. There's a pipe, that water pipe is there, but there's a garbage inside the pipe. Definitely, even you start the tap with full pressure, because of that stuck garbage, the pressure will not come in that flow, right? We need to clear that garbage from the pipe. Then you can see the flow of water. Same way, we have different nadis, around 72,000 nadis present in this body. But to practice pranayam very freely, one should clean these nadis. Though there are pranayam practice, that's called nadi shodhan pranayam. But before that, we need to clear this breathing passage which is contaminated because of the airs, pollution, dust, and so many contaminated foods sometimes we had. So Shat Kriya is an effective way to cleanse your system so that your pranas flows into your body very freely. Right? Now let's understand the concept of different pranayam. Why there are like there are different asanas. People say, okay, 5 asanas for the back pain. I do not recommend this thing. Okay, do these 3 asana for this thing, 5 asanas for that thing. It never happens in such way. But there are different asanas for different part of your body, for different muscles. Same way, there are different pranayam. As per Hatha Yoga, there are 8 kinds of pranayam. Surya Bhedi, Ujjayi, Sitali, Sitkari, Vastrika, Brahmari, Murcha, and Plavi. Right? So people are living in different areas, I mean, different atmosphere. People who are living in Leh Ladakh and people who are living in Kerala, they all have different atmosphere. They can't do same pranayam. People say, okay, yoga is for everyone. One should practice yoga. No, they can't. They should not practice. The people who are living in upper north region in mountains, snowy mountain, they should not practice Chandravedi pranayam. They can practice Surya Vedi. People who are living in extreme hot areas, they should not practice Surya Vedi because that heats up the body, right? So we have different sort of pranayam for different kind of people. Even through the nature, we have tamasic, rajasic, sattvic prakriti, right? We are making of these three gunas. So as per gunas also, one should practice different pranayam. And now pranayam is also sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. For example, if you are sitting for the pranayam, but your spine is dull like this, your shoulders are lying down, your head is tilting down, you are just doing pranayam, means what kind of pranayam it is? Tamasic. Because you are feeling dull, you are not active, you are sitting stable, perfectly doing pranayam, but your mind is still engaged somewhere. The mind is involved in this breathing. Though you are doing breathing, physically present, but mentally you are absent, right? So that is Rajasic because your mind is still wandering. Now, what is Sattvic? Where your torso is still, mind is stable, and your complete attention only on the breath. That's the Sattvic way of pranayama, right? And there are different stages of sadhak. There are different stages of sadhak who practice pranayama. Adham, Madhyam, Uttam. Now, what is Adam? Again, the normal practitioner who are starting but still wondering. उसका जो चित्त है, he's not in that stable position, but he's starting this journey. So the Adham Pranaya, very basic. The medium, Madhyama, he's on the journey. He has achieved the stability of the posture. He's doing that pranayam, but still he needs to work on that mental level to join the body and mind connection through that bridge. And when the Chit Bhumi is Ekagra, he is a Uttam Pranayana. He is stable here, but he's not even aware about his body posture. He is beyond that. He's just connected with that breath. And through this breathing, through this pranayam, he's connected with the universe. That's like a Jivatma and Paramatma. So this is like a journey from this known to the unknown. So what is known? जो हम देख रहे हैं अभी. I know Palak is there, Ritish is there, Anamika. Unknown. What is unknown? That's supreme. So yoga is a journey from known towards the unknown. And how we can have this journey? By following Ashtanga Yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara. So journey is like it's not just one life journey, but we are so grateful that we got this human body, we got this consciousness that this is the best golden opportunity. We should not waste this opportunity to go inward and understand this connection with that universe, that psychic, the mystic connection. And definitely there is a way. And yoga has taught us. And B.K.S. Iyengar in this book has beautifully taught how one can practice a simple basic pranayam from a beginner to the advanced level of pranayam where you are doing breathing exercise along with the bandhas and kumbhak. Right? Right now I could teach you, okay, do this kumbhaka, hold the jalandhar bandhan. Because I can understand, just have a taste of pranayam. If you want to go more deeper, do into your self practice, or you should find some guru or a teacher. Under him or her you can learn beautiful art of yoga. Now people ask me, sir, इसका benefit क्या है? Sir, मुझे people are so restless. I have seen people, they are, they don't have that patience level to learn such things. They come to me, sir, मुझे ना stress होता है, कोई ऐसा प्राणायाम बताओ मेरा stress दूर हो जाए. मैंने कहा, it's not like a गोली की खा लो ठीक हो जाएगा. You should understand yourself first. You're not hi Sanjana ji. So you're not understanding yourself and you want the outcome from the pranayam. People come to yoga when they fail from everywhere. Oh, the doctor ने भी मना कर दी यहाँ से भी बना हो गया. Now people are saying that you should try pranayam. You should try pranayam. But actually, yoga is a lifestyle one should follow. Right? It's not like it's though it's the therapy, but it's not just the therapy. People practice yoga earlier time to attain the spirituality through yoga. Then people practice yoga to become fit. Then people are practicing yoga now for the therapy and now for Instagram posts. So The practice of yoga is becoming changing and changing and changing. But one should understand that the root should always be there. We should not lose the roots of the yoga. So, about the benefits of pranayama, there are numbers of benefits. But you can only experience those benefits only when you start practicing it. Like within this five pranayam, and five times of we did this Purak Kumbhak and Samavritti pranayam, we experienced like, there's a stillness was there, the calmness was there, just in five counts. We did it just five times. So सोचो अगर हम डेली बेसिस पे 10 से 15 मिनट प्राणायाम को अपनी लाइफ का पार्ट बना लें, how miraculous life will become. I'll tell you my experience. I was working in corporate before in yoga. I was in corporate. I've done my MBA in HR. I was working in corporate for 4 years. And you understand that Delhi का especially लड़का and Noida, Gurgaon में and corporate culture कैसा होता है. And I was like very चंचल स्वभाव का व्यक्ति. Still I am, but not that which I was earlier. So when I came into yoga, I mean, when yoga came into my life, so my teacher told me, okay, you should practice 10 minutes pranayama. Sir, I'll do it. I was very enthusiastic earlier on. Sir, I'll do it 10 minutes daily. I went to park, I sat. I was so distracted. I can't even sit for 1 minute stable. I was sitting, okay, traffic आ रहा है या उसके शोर की वजह से I'm not able to prana. अरे भैया गाना बंद कर दो यार please. अरे यार, I should find some other quiet place because yeah, the traffic sound is coming. So my mind was so much wandering because my body was not stable. But with regular practice under the guidance of my teacher, I started practicing pranayama for 30 minutes and 1 hour, even in the chaos of traffic, stable. And when I was doing my personal practice of pranayama, you won't believe so many positive things start changing in my life. I had never done any job in yoga before that course. I did not have any gold medal or any yoga competition. I did not have that any degree over there that time when I was learning yoga. I just completed my post graduation diploma in yoga. I was sitting in the park doing my personal practice. I got a call from Kendra Vidyalaya. I went for the interview first time because when I went for the interview, I think I had shared earlier also that around 75 candidates were there for that one post, and out of those 75 candidates, when we were, submitting our documents, so many people who had gold medalists in yoga, they have, played so many competitions in yoga. People were doing pursuing PhD in yoga, and I was like, I'm a fresher, yeah, just a diploma, and but I was consistent in my practice. And while I was doing practicing, I was totally surrendered. That okay, whatever happens, let it happen. I'm just giving my 100%. And when I was again went from the interview, come back and doing my own practice after a few weeks, I was in park that time also. I got a call from Kendra Delhi. Hello, is that Kamal Dang? Yes. Sir, आपका selection हो गया. And I mean, I was wondering कि how that happened. Out of 75 candidates who have PhD holders, pursuing PhD, gold medalists, so many competition, experienced people, over them they choose me. Again, I'm not boasting about this thing, but I'm just sharing my experience that how things happen when you start this journey towards insight. So, like we do brush every day. I hope सब करते हैं. हाँ, ठीक है. So, like we do brush every day, we take bath every day because that has stored in our subconscious. Because हमें उठ के brush करना है, fresh होना है, नहाना है. We don't need to think. अच्छा आज नहाऊं नहीं नहाऊं. आज brush करूं नहीं करूं. We do not think like that way because it has imbibed in our system automatically. When we wake up in the morning, we go to the bathroom and start brushing our teeth, getting fresh because that is in our system. Same way, one should practice pranayam and imbibe this practice into their system that it becomes a habit. No matter what, God has given us equal chance. 24 hours. अनामिका जी आपको 25 साल मिले नहीं संजना जी 23 तो नहीं मिले देखो God is very kind. He never discriminate. We are the people who discriminate. Huh? So God has given us equal opportunity and we should practice pranayam in such a way that out of those 24 hours, at least 15 minutes we should take for us. And that is also written in this book. One should practice 15 minutes of pranayam every single day. Beginning में. You can take your practice further as per your own feasibility and comfortability, but at least 10 to 15 minutes every single day practice pranayam. Now, things come. Okay, so कब करें? कौन सा प्राणायाम करें, कैसे करना चाहिए, so many doubts and questions comes. So the best time to practice pranayam is brahma muhurta, early in the morning. But if your schedule is very tight, you can't wake up early in the morning, and if you wake up, you have so many things to complete and you're rushing towards your office or your work. So before going to sleep, before going to sleep, after your Instagram scrolling. Okay. So before going to sleep, again, sir, कौन सा करें अभी? If you are feeling low, आज बड़ा डल लग रहा है, practice भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम, the most energizing pranayam. If you are going to sleep, there's a system in our body, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. So when we are going for the relaxation, we need to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. So there are pranayam like Chandrabhedi and Brahmari pranayam who activate your parasympathetic nervous system to have your deep sleep. अगर आप सोने से पहले भस्त्रिका या कोई ऐसा प्राणायाम करेंगे, डेफिनेटली इट राइज अप योर एनर्जी एंड आप सो नहीं पाएंगे. So best practice you should do before you going to sleep is your Brahmari and your Chandrabhedi pranayam. Again, I could go with the PPT or could make notes from this book or going with the bookish language, which I'm not doing. I'm extremely very sorry for this. But whatever I'm sharing, it has already been there. It's already been in so many yoga texts. But what is the difference here is he has gone into the detailing of the asanas also. Like if you are sitting, your hip bones, sometimes if you're sitting in Padmasana especially, you can see if your pelvic is tight, your one hip is comparatively little higher than the other one. So you should use props to balance your asana. Because asana ke andar, if you are not stable, definitely you should not do pranayam. Because if your body is not stable, how you can expect your breathing becomes stable, and your breathing becomes stable, your mind becomes stable. That's why when the mind is wandering, because breathing is wandering, chale vatam, chale chittam. So to achieve that stability of the mind, one should practice pranayam with a steady posture and stillness of the mind. Now the benefits of pranayam बहुत सारे हैं, मतलब there are numbers of benefits. आपका इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करना हो, आपका आपका जो फोकस है वो इम्प्रूव करना हो, आपका जो इंटरनल सिस्टम है उसके अंदर क्या होता है ना, जैसे हमारे इंटरनल सिस्टम को काम करने के लिए वी नीड ऑक्सीजन, डेफिनेटली वी ऑल नो दिस थिंग. बट व्हेन वी प्रैक्टिस प्राणायाम इन अ प्रॉपर वे, all the organs inside the body get oxygenated. The fresh blood flows through the body system, and it oxygenated your system, internal system, like your respiratory system, your excretory system, your digestive system. Every system is working because of the pranas. Pranas are actually the five type of prana: prana, apana, samana, udana, and vyana. Now what is prana? Your respiratory system, associated with the pranavayu, where you are inhaling and exhaling, and your respiratory system is flowing the energy throughout the body in form of your breath. Now what is apana? Apana vayu means whatever food you are intaking, whatever the unwanted things in your body as needs to excrete it out. So for your excretory system, that apan vayu is required. If your apan vayu is imbalanced, you may feel the digestive issues, constipations. So that's why it says ki pranayam should be in balance. It should not like you're just practicing one pranayam. It's not in balancing. So your pranavayu and apanavayu should be in balance. And what is samanavayu? It is a center which is connected your pranavayu and your apanavayu. The third is a vyanavayu, the whole udanavayu, sorry, which is focusing on this area above your neck region, your all senses, your eyes. Because of that vayu, you're able to see, you're able to listen, you're able to speak, you're able to breathe. Because of that udan vayu. And last one is the vyan vayu, which is circulating in your whole body in form of energies. But what we think, okay, pranayam means just one vayu, hum inhale kar rahe hain, exhale kar rahe hain, that is over. Because we are thinking at very gross level. But pranayam is at very subtle level. Physical movement we can see. We are doing Surya Namaskar, we are doing asana. We can see that major gross movements of the body. But when it comes to the pranayam, it's very subtle. Even if you sit down for 1 minute and focus on the breath, you will observe your body is not stable. So many thoughts still coming in your mind, even in this 1 minute. That's why stress comes in the life because we are not able to understand how to manage the stress. We can't eradicate the stress from the life, but we can manage it through the pranayama, through the breathing exercise. That's why when people are stressed, they okay, take long deep breaths. That long deep breath will not help you to release that stress, but it will help you to manage your stress. Right, संजना जी? ठीक है? तो आगे मैं थोड़ा सा इसमें तो कुछ रह तो नहीं गया because this book has so many beautiful things explained which I can't here because if I'll start explaining one thing, it's like an incomplete thing I'm telling you, right? And I don't want to. Okay, now I'll tell you about the Ujjayi Pranayam. Okay, the body posture should be because this book is about explaining how a beginner to an advanced practitioner should practice pranayam. It's not just breathing; it's everything from your gross body to your sukshma sharir, to your casual body, your current sharir. The sharir, this body has three parts, right? Sthul sharir, which we can see, the annamaya kosha. Sukshma sharir, having three koshas, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha. And the current sharir is the spiritual body, the casual body, has the anandamaya kosha. In this book, it's also written about the Sankhya and the Yoga Darshan, Guru and Shishya Parampara, about the food, about different pranayams. And within this 1 hour session, we can't complete everything. But I'm just telling you the summary, the crux of this book, the crux of the pranayam, how one should inculcate the practice of pranayam into his lifestyle so that he can or she can enhance his frequency and the practice with the guidance. Gurukul means Sanjana ji?
गुरुकुल परंपरा जैसे आपने बताया ना
हाँ
विज्ञानमय
हाँ
कोश
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
अन्नमय कोश में आता है और उसमें ये सभी एक्टिवेट कर देते हैं मतलब जो प्राणायाम का आप बोल रहे हैं ना वो सभी द
ठीक
होल
को नहीं आ
बॉडी
रही है अभी Palak, are you there? Thank you to see. Okay. Is it my network? Hello. Is it my network or Palak? It's Sanjanaji's network. It's lagging. Hello. Thank you so much, Sanjana ji. Definitely, Guru, जो गुरुकुल परंपरा है, that teaches us the relationship of the Guru and the Shishya. And when we are talking about these koshas, this is the Panch Kosha. And in the Sankhya, it's saying that this whole universe is made up of different 25 elements, which has your Panch Mahabhuta, पंच तन्मात्रा पंच ज्ञानेन्द्रिया पंच कर्मेंद्रिया द चित्त अंतकरण मन बुद्धि अहंकार so the if we talk about the knowledge of the yoga it is so deep but when we are talking about the summary we are just focusing on the breathing part the pranayam part right so swami B.K.S. Iyengar sir and Maharishi Patanjali, they both advocate pranayam as a means of going your journey towards the inside. So Sesh Patanjali also says, Tasmin sati shwasa prashwase yogar gati vicheda pranayamaha means when your body becomes stable, one should focus on controlling your breath through different exercise of pranayam. Again, there are different kinds of pranayam one should practice as per your body constitution, as per your environment, and as per your prakriti. And with your practice, you comes under the from adham to madhyama sadhak to the uttam sadhaka. And definitely, practice of pranayam should be the part of your life. It should not be okay going for a class specifically for the pranayam. And after 15 minutes of pranayam, you are thinking, okay, now my life has been sorted. I have done my part. But जो कबीर दास जी कहते हैं कि श्वास श्वास में नाम ले और वृथा श्वास ना खोए कि ना जाने इस श्वास का आवन होए ना होए. So till we are breathing, every breath should be devoted to the name of Lord, जिसको भी आप मानते हो, because till we are breathing, we have a chance. Till we are breathing, there is a possibility. We can plan so many things in our lives, but once the breath will stop, your all plans will be stopped. And the beautiful thing is, we don't know when it will stop. So every day is like a new day. So whenever we wake up in the morning, we should be grateful that today, okay, my God, thankfully I'm getting one more chance. Because आज भी कितने लोग नहीं उठे होंगे, right? आज भी कितने लोग इस ब्रीदिंग से स्ट्रगलिंग कर रहे होंगे. If we have parents and they are breathing, we are grateful. If your loved ones are breathing, we are grateful. We should not take this breathing as granted. It's not just a breath, it's a life. And you can have millions of dollars into your account. You have millions of followers into your Instagram, but just one breath away you are. One breath out, everything is out. So we should value this breath. We should not take granted this breath. And understanding this importance will make you become more conscious, make you become more aware, make you become more mindful. So whenever you are breathing, you feel, I am very grateful. I am breathing. I mean, so how beautiful this is now. God has created. We all have two eyes, 2 ears, same as sabka. Lekin one thing is common, that is our breath. So understand this breathing, understand your body first, and according to your body, work on the breath. Means if you feel that your body is not stable, then first work on that stability. Don't directly jump onto the pranayam. Though pranayam is one of the major part of the yogic practice and one of my favorite, but first work on your physical body. And physical body doesn't mean मुझे fat loss करना है. Work on the stability. Even if you have fat, you still can be stable. And when it comes to stability of the body, it's combined with the stillness of the mind. With the stable body, still you can't do pranayam if your mind is not stable. But when your body becomes stable and when you're focusing on the breath with more consciousness, automatically there is a union and synchronization. You can see the alignment of the body, breathing, and the mind. That's what's called yoga is a union of the body, breathing, and the mind. ठीक है जी. So thank you so much once again for your valuable time and patience. Though there are numbers of things still need to be shared, but this book is more about practical knowledge, right? About the detailing of your asanas to detailing of how even you should, place your fingers while doing pranayam. It has so many different aspects of pranayam, but I have just shared my experience after reading this book and how this beautiful practice of pranayam can truly transform our lives. So never take granted of your breath. If you are breathing, we are grateful. As simple as it is, right? So शेर दोबारा अर्ज करूंगा. संजना जी आई हैं. संजना जी, मैंने एक शेर बोला था, खुद ही बनाया था मैंने. तो बड़ा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा सा शेर था, लेकिन बना दिया. दैट जिंदगी में मुसीबतें और खुशियां तो आनी जानी हैं. कि जिंदगी में मुसीबतें और खुशियां तो आनी जानी हैं. तो आखिर ये जीवन क्या है? आखिर ये जीवन क्या है? ये हमारी पहली सांस लेने से लेकर आखिरी सांस लेने तक के बीच की कहानी है. So thank you so much for each one of you for coming early in the morning on your weekend and listening about this book review of B.K.S. Iyengar, The Light on Pranayam. May the light of abundance, blessed in your life in all areas, and may you breathe freely without any blockages, and may you flow like the river is flowing in the river. The water is flowing in the river. So thank you so much, and